Okay. Yesterday I said when I got off of here that I was gonna go message these manufacturers. The manufacturer had told me that the supplier for the fabric wasn't gonna lower the price. Said it doesn't matter what you do. They're not gonna lower the price. Which, you gotta be able to do something to lower the price. So that was a little sketchy, and I said, okay, I'm not really. Plus, we'd already spoken about that. So it was kind of odd that he's gonna just say no. He left me hanging for, he told me, first he said 3 days. I said, that's too long. And he said, I'll tell you tomorrow. And then 4 or 5 days went by. And then he gets back to me and, I knew that he was going to tell me that the manufacturers weren't going to lower the price, but I had asked for an itemized list of the costs of each section of the toy so that I knew how much everything costs and could I change. And now, so that was going on. And as this is going on and he's telling me stuff that I already knew that wasn't the information that he told me that I had to wait for. He didn't give me the information he told me I needed to wait for. I said, "Okay, I'm just going to transition here and find somebody else to do the cover." So then I went back to this manufacturer that I was originally going to do the toy with, but they couldn't source the foam. So then I had gone to these foam people, but now they're not really negotiating or working with me. They may not be able to, they may be trying their best to negotiate, and it's just not working for them. So they were telling me that for 500 units, it was going to cost me $7.80. Then I went to these people that what they're manufacturing are plushies. And they told me if I get them the foam core, they'll assemble it and it'll cost $6.90, which is pretty good. It's almost $1 less. So then, because $6.09 is still not really good enough. Because maybe $6.09 is okay by itself, but it's not the only thing that's going to be purchased. I'll be purchasing the hang tag, and I'll be purchasing the law tag as well. Which the law tag isn't really very expensive. It's about $75 to have 500 printed. It's the hang tag. So right now I have this cloth hang tag, which will cost 79 cents. And I don't think I'm going to use the cloth hang tag anymore, which I'm pretty upset about because I like the cloth hang tag. I like that it's soft and that the toy is soft, but it's 79 cents. It's almost $1. So that's no good. A paper, I'm talking to somebody right now. At one point there, I was distracted. because a notification popped up. The paper is going to be definitely cheaper than 79 cents. So that reduces a little bit of the cost. But back to the plushie itself, I'm set, okay, let's not do the embroidery eyes, let's not do the embroidery nose. I think we're gonna do something else. The word, I believe, is antique, but not antique. It's some French word for attach. It's where you sew another, rather than the embroidery, which is like, I guess, kind of condensed sewing. This is more of a patch of another piece of cloth. That should reduce it. I think I'm going to reduce the size, which I'm also a little upset about because I liked how big it was, but I think I'm going to reduce it down to 8 inches tall rather than 12 inches tall. Just 4 inches, it's a lot, but that's going to reduce the price, and I may, depending on how much it costs when I'm not doing the embroidery and when I'm not, and when it's 8 inches tall. If it's still too expensive, I'm going to assemble them myself. I was talking with this other toy manufacturer who said, oh, we could put a zipper on it and you can stuff them yourself. I'm really against the zipper. I hate that. I think it looks cheap. If it was implemented into the design originally, that's one thing. But if it's just sort of slapped on there, and the two parts do connect, so there's the part where they connect and you wouldn't be able to see. But what happens when you take it apart and you look underneath it? And you say, oh, there's a zipper here. You could do a flap that covers it up. Something about that just irks me. I don't like it. I don't like it. None of the brands that I look up to have zippers, so I'm not going to do a zipper. So I think I'm just going to sew them myself. I will get the foam, get the cloth, have a little hole made, buy a PVC tube, put it into this little hole, stuff the foam through the tube and into the plushie where it'll fill up, and then I'll only have to sew a little bit. And that's definitely going to reduce the cost because then I'm not paying for the labor. And I think the hard way is the easy way. That's been my motto for a long time. Then again, I don't know how far that's gotten me. But yeah, that's where we're at. Video's getting a little long. I have to go and communicate with this manufacturer. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow.